Welcome back, friend. Today, I'm breaking down Rebirth of the Campus Special Forces Soldier. Do like and subscribe for more videos. We open on a date stamp, May 19th, 2025, over a desolate, crumbling building somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Crows circling overhead, the whole atmosphere screaming danger. Inside, there's a man tied to a chair, beaten and bloodied. And standing over him is our guy, Jiang Shan, captain of the Dragon Force Special Operations Team. Codename, Lone Wolf. And he is not in a good mood. Jiang Shan has a knife out, and he's demanding answers from this captive. The guy's trembling, stammering, asking what Jiang Shan is going to do. And Jiang Shan answers by slashing the man's hand clean open. The captive is screaming, and Jiang Shan just clicks his tongue and calls him pathetic. Now his teammates step in. They tell him to ease up, that this level of interrogation violates military regulations. And Jiang Shan? He fires back immediately. He's furious. He says, forget the regulations because too many of their brothers have already died, and the person responsible is hiding somewhere in this very building. He grabs the captive by the hair and demands the password to the top floor. The captive gives in. They get the code. Jiang Shan and his teammate punch it into a keypad, kick through a massive set of double doors, and push inside guns drawn. And what they find on the other side is bizarre. It's a lavish decorated room, chandelier on the ceiling, ornate carpet on the floor, and sitting right in the middle of it all in a fancy armchair, wine glass in hand, white suit, smug grin, is young Master Chen. This guy has been the target of the Dragon Force for a long time, and he's sitting there like he's been expecting dinner guests. He casually greets Jiang Shan, tells him he kept him waiting. Jiang Shan laughs it off, a cold, hard laugh, and tells Chen he promised he'd catch him with his own hands. His eyes are glowing red with fury. He swears he's going to make Chen pay for everything, but Chen doesn't flinch. Not even a little. He takes a sip of his wine and asks Jiang Shan if he really thinks he's won. That's when Jiang Shan shouts that reinforcements are on the way. Chen can't escape. And Chen just smiles and drops the bomb. There are no reinforcements. They're not coming. This whole thing, the mission, the building, the captive who conveniently gave up the password, all of it was a setup. A woman in black steps out from behind Chen, armed. Chen starts quoting Sun Tzu, mocking Jiang Shan as someone with nothing but muscle between his ears who could never understand the concept of winning a war without fighting. He says Jiang Shan will have plenty of time to think about that lesson in his next life. Jiang Shan's teammate goes down. A gun is pressed to the back of Jiang Shan's head as he's forced to the ground. But Jiang Shan doesn't beg. He looks up with those furious red eyes, screams that Chen won't get away with this, and lunges, gunshots, blood everywhere. Jiang Shan falls. And as his vision fades, we hear his thoughts. He realizes the whole mission was a trap, not just to take him out, but to bury the entire Dragon Force team. Every fallen comrade, every sacrifice, it was orchestrated. He spent his whole life fighting evil, and the real enemy was standing right next to him the whole time. His last conscious thought, as his gloved fist scrapes the floor and his eyes flicker shut. If he could do it all over again, he'd destroy every last one of them. Then, darkness. Total silence until a voice breaks through. A girl's voice, frantic and worried, calling out to him. Calling him classmate. Jiang Shan opens his eyes, and standing over him is a girl in a school uniform. Short brown hair, glasses, panicking, asking if he's okay. She immediately starts tripping over herself, insisting she's not a creep, and she wasn't watching him in the bathroom. Jiang Shan sits up. He looks down at his hands. They're young. No scars, no tactical gloves. He's wearing a school uniform. He catches sight of his reflection. Jet black hair, sharp red eyes, a teenager's face staring back at him. He checks the date and confirms it. He's been sent back in time. Years back. To his school days. The most dangerous Special Forces operative in the country just woke up in a high schooler's body. With every memory, every skill, and a very specific list of people he intends to settle scores with. The chapter opens with our MC back at school, and things seem almost normal. There's chatter among students about some creep hanging around the school gate. A peeping Tom, supposedly. The MC heads over to what looks like the girls' bathhouse building with his green thermos, knocking on the door. He explains the water's out again in the classroom building and asks if he can fill up his bottle. The girls reluctantly let him in, telling him to keep his eyes forward. He does. He fills the thermos. Totally calm. But then something clicks. He checks his watch. 1:15 p.m. And suddenly, the memories slam into him like a freight train. He narrates it for us. April 12th, 2015. This is the day a peeping Tom snuck into the bathhouse. When the girls spotted the guy, he panicked and bolted. But he didn't run outside. He ran deeper, straight into the girls' bathroom. And he attacked a girl who was showering. Brutally. The art shifts dark here. We see the aftermath through the MC's memory. Police tape around the school building. Squad cars out front. The girl who was attacked? She transferred schools afterward. Nobody ever heard from her again. And the MC tells us that while everyone else moved on and forgot about it, that day became a demon inside him. He couldn't let it go. He stopped going to class, couldn't focus, couldn't function. He never graduated. Instead, he dropped out and enlisted in the military. And here's the thing. Even after joining the Special Forces, even after becoming one of the most dangerous soldiers in his unit, that rage never left him. He kept getting disciplined for going too far. He kept asking himself why people who destroy others' lives get to walk around free. That fury is what forged him into the lone wolf. Now snap back to the present, his reborn present. He's standing in that same hallway, and the realization hits. This is that day. The same day. The same time. And the peeping Tom hasn't struck yet, which means there's still time. His internal monologue is raw. He thinks that logically, after being reborn, the smart move would have been to go straight after the real villain behind everything, a guy named Chen Xiao, and end things permanently. But he catches himself. Before any of that, he says, there are regrets from his past life that need correcting first. And the first one is right here. He grabs his thermos, pops the lid off, and we get this cold, resolved line from him. The best way to deal with scum is to match their violence with something worse. And this time, he's not letting it happen. The peeping Tom bursts out of hiding. He's wild-eyed, waving a knife, screaming at people to stay back. The girls are screaming, frozen. And then the MC just charges straight in, yelling at everyone to get out of the way. He launches the thermos, full of boiling water, right at the guy's face. Direct hit. The glass shatters, scalding water explodes everywhere, and the creep goes down screaming. But the MC doesn't stop there. He closes the distance instantly and drives a massive kick right into this dude's chest, sending him skidding across the floor. Now here's what makes this scene hit different. The pervert gets back up, still gripping his knife, and he's confused, shocked even, that some random student in a school uniform just rocked him that hard. And the MC? He's frustrated too, but for a totally different reason. His mind has years of elite combat training, but his body is still that of an untrained teenager. He can see every opening, knows exactly where to strike, but his muscles can't fully keep up. Doesn't matter though. He kicks the knife out of the guy's hand, then goes absolutely feral, stomping, punching, just unloading years of pent-up guilt and rage onto this man. The female students watching are stunned silent. This isn't how a normal student fights. By the end of it, the pervert is down on the ground, broken and bloodied. The MC stands over him, breathing hard, fist stained red. And then, there's this quiet moment. The camera shifts to a girl nearby, the one who would have been attacked in his original timeline. She's safe. She's looking at him. And you can see something shift in the MC's expression. The rage melts just slightly, replaced by something closer to relief. He flexes his hand, feeling the weakness in this young body, and you can tell he's already calculating. The strength isn't there yet. But the will, the experience, the killer instinct, all of that came back with him. Thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe.